Baddies Caribbean episode 10 review part 1. So the episode starts with Natalie coming in with Roelly. Roelly, this is insane. Like, your body definitely looks better than it did before. Nobody could take that away from you, but why are the thighs backwards? So Natalie's telling Roelly, like, Asian doll fucked Mariah Lynn up. And Roelly's like, yeah, well, I'm not surprised. You know, Asian doll's a real hood bitch. And Mariah's like a wannabe Jersey girl. Yeah, like, Mariah loves to act like she's from New York, but she's from New Jersey. And they're not the same. And Roelly's like, Natalie, what the hell do you mean you just have all these replacements on standby, waiting for a plane ticket? Roelly goes on to say that she feels like people misjudged her and even kind of misjudged E.T. a little bit because she's not a bully and she don't feel like E.T. really is either. She just think that E.T. needed to handle things in a different way. But E.T. is younger and she'll have to learn on her own because Roelly doesn't talk to her anymore. Then they had Roelly saying, we need to sit down and talk. And then they cut off her confessional and you hear like an AI voiceover talking about, because I really want to maybe mend our friendship. That was not Roelly. Like, Zeus, what the fuck are you doing? So the girls come in the room and at first everybody gives Roelly a hug. Biggie's just sitting to the side. You see Natalie like, come on, like telling Biggie to get in the group hug. She's just standing there. Then in her confessional, she's going to say, Roelly's here. Like, dun, dun, dun. What the fuck? Like, who do Biggie be thinking she is? Roelly been on the show since before you. Roelly got her own show on Zeus. What do you mean, what the fuck? Like, you didn't know she was coming. Bitch is so annoying. So Roelly was like, can I have a hug? And Biggie was basically like, well, I just feel like you always used to tell me to stop speaking Spanish when I would speak Spanish. And now that we're on Baddies Caribbean, I feel like you owe me and the Spanish girls an apology. I would have told Biggie to suck a fat one. But I guess Roelly is trying to be on her redemption tour and she don't want people to keep saying, you know, she's insensitive and all this other stuff. So she apologized because she don't want to look racist. She said her brother-in-law is Mexican and she don't want to be offending nobody. They hug it out. Wouldn't have been me because Biggie could go to hell. So Meatball, Tinkerbella, Callie, all the new girls also come out and meet Roelly. Tasiki congratulates Roelly for doing her big one. I don't know if she was talking about the show or the surgery, but one or the other. And then Anna enters the room. And I really like Asian Doll energy so far. She really is a fan of Bad Girls Club and Baddies. You could tell by the reaction she had when she met Jayla and now Roelly. She really loves the show. And I like that about her, that she's on the show, but she really likes the show. Oh my God. I really miss Roelly on my screen, y'all. Why did she say Anna's in here with this goddamn dry ass weave looking like Easter basket grass? So Anna starts it up and is like, oh, last time we saw each other at the beginning of the season when Natalie had brought them together and told them that they was both on injured reserve and they'll be back later. You know, they got into it and Anna's like, you was doing all of that because you know I can't fight. So she gets up and throws a shoe at Roelly, but the whole time they saying that her face is still fractured. Anna's face is still fractured. So I'm like, girl, you still technically can't fight. So why are you doing all of this trying to make a show? And Tasiki immediately goes into Roelly. You know I fuck with you, Roelly, but y'all not about to fight. Tasiki, you need to mind your business at this point because any other time when it was Mariah or somebody else that you're supposed to be friends with, even Biggie, you did not get involved. You did not get involved with Biggie and Jayla, and you did not get involved with Mariah and Asian Doll. Do not get involved now. You talking about they in different weight classes. Yeah, I would understand that if Roelly was the one who was like, I want to fight you, Anna. Anna started it. Anna threw a shoe, and Anna knew that she was not in a position to be fighting. So if she want to run that mouth up, let her catch that one-on-one fade. But at the same time, I really would love to see Roelly and Tasiki. I'm not going to lie. I think that would be a good fight. It'll be good to see if Roelly could actually fight or if she just be throwing her weight around. And it'll also be good to see if somebody being that much bigger than Tasiki throws her fighting skills off. So I would like to see that. But girl, please. Okay, so quick overview of the confessionals this week. This was majority of them. I liked a lot of these week's confessionals. I didn't really like Scotty's hair on this confessional. I love Tasiki's look. Tasiki Monroe 8. Callie's was cool. Roelly's was alright. Natalie's was actually cute. I liked her with that little gold piece on her hair. And I liked the cutout top. The titties was sitting. Asian Doll looked pretty. Sapphire looked okay. Biggie, a mess. You know, so this is the confessionals. So back to the scene. And Biggie and Mariah Lynn, I hope that y'all see that Tasiki fuck with Anna more than she fuck with y'all. So Tasiki and Roelly face like, oh, we not fighting or we all gonna be fighting. And Roelly like, yeah, then I guess we all gonna be fighting. And Tasiki like, we ain't gonna all be fighting. It's gonna be a done. Tasiki, you really starting to lose me. Like, Tasiki was my favorite baddie on East, and I still like her. She hasn't done nothing that just completely made me turn off from her. But I just see little stuff every week I don't like. And I see how you, like, treat these people differently, but then y'all all supposed to be sisters, and it's all this house B shit. You clearly don't fuck with all these girls the same way. Roelly also was yelling, y'all B's want a position like me. Get like me. Keep sucking D. Because, Anna, is that the real beef? Because you be sucking D? That's what they said. You be sucking Lemmy off. And I don't see you nowhere. Lemmy got Scotty outside doing shit. If you was fucking Lemmy, he ain't give a fuck about you at all. And he ain't help you at all. He don't be having you outside like he be having Scotty outside. And you ain't even get a show. And Roelly got a show. And from what we know, Roelly ain't do nothing with Lemmy. So it's like y'all girls be doing all this sleeping with him and y'all still ain't where she's at in the network. And I totally agree with Roelly yelling, let that bitch fight her own battles. Y'all talking about her size and she's small. But the whole time, Anna's still over there mouthing off, talking about Roelly's fat. She's miserable. She's this, she's that. So why is Tasiki jumping up for that person? She running her mouth. Just like Biggie be running her mouth. Just like Mariah Lynn be running her mouth. So why are you jumping in for them? Let her handle her own shit. It's time for Anna to get washed for real. Whole time Anna running that mouth up, Tasiki sitting right behind her, smirking, laughing, not telling her to stop. Like, come on, no. Now, we are about 15 minutes into the episode, so they are dragging this out now. They definitely need to wrap it up. Anna in her confessional talking about, I know I'm taking a big risk, but it's my pride and my ego. I can't let a bitch think she got one up on me. And you think that's cute? Like, you know that it's your pride and your ego about to cause you to get beat the fuck up and get your face fractured on the other side. Because Anna cannot fight like that. Like, y'all be hyping her up. She cannot fight. Natalie down here laughing, like Tasiki said, acting like she's trying to wrap it up, but at the same time keeping it going. Like, let's pack this shit up and get to the next scene, please. And all of that stuff about Roelly being scared of Tasiki, I'm gonna pack it up at this point because Roelly continuously said, I will get in the field with anybody. Let's go. And Tasiki did not say nothing after a while. She was just sitting there. Like, I'm sure if Anna and Roelly would have got into it, she would have got involved, but she did not say nothing when Roelly was like, I will get in the field with any one of y'all. So the scene is getting wrapped up. So this next scene, we see them in the club. This was a cool scene. They was having a good time. For some reason, Scotty looked like this whole scene. Like, I don't know why. She just didn't look like she was having the best time, but then over here, she's twerking. So I guess she was fine, but like her faces looked like something was off. Tinkerbella was all over the place, hanging from ceilings, hanging from poles, child, swinging on the vine. Biggie was doing the absolute most with the strippers, acting like she had something down there in her pants. You know, the girl was twerking on her and she's acting like she feels something. Like, girl, please. The girls in the club were wilding out for sure, doing their job. You know, they're strippers. It gave Jocelyn's Cabaret kind of vibes. Some people were like covered and some people weren't covered as far as like the nudity being blurred out. Okay, so now it's the next day. We have a scene with Scotty, Jayla, Sapphire, Mariah, and Natalie. So Mariah talking about Bianca was pretending to defend me, but she really just was trying to get on the show. And Sapphire tells her like, well, I talked to Bianca and she said she wanted to fight you. So Mariah's like, okay, great, let's do it. So Mariah's like, I want to fight right now, but because of my eye, I can't, but I will. And it's like, girl, you can fight right now. Go ahead and get the eye closed some more or get the other one closed. And Mariah talk about much respect to Diamond. Yeah, you giving respect to that type of shit because that's the type of shit you do. That lame ass sneaking shit that you love to do. Because that shit is nothing to give respect for. So basically, Natalie's like, okay, well, we're going to DR. And Jayla and Mariah are like, yeah, and people need to not be coming with us. Natalie's like, yeah, so it's time for eviction day. So basically, the names that have generally come up are Bianca, Gretchen, Slim, and Dia. Jayla feels like Slim is not really showing her personality and like not standing on business as much. And she feels like Dia has heart. But Sapphire is basically saying, well, I love Dia, but I feel like her dialect, people don't understand what she's saying. So nobody really talks to her. She doesn't really talk to anybody, or like she gets overlooked when she speaks. They talking about Roelly should give away the eviction notice because that's her thing. All right, I'll be back for part 2, you guys.